Taina Walk, I do want to get Byron's opinion on whether transphobia is going to play a part in the upcoming political cycle like it has overseas. I ask as it is prominent in conspiracy theories.
It's definitely one of the themes of the book, transphobia. I didn't do a chapter on transphobia because it's so woven through so much else. And I talk about this as being used as a way to, and I quote I quote another writer there, whose name is escaping me right now, but his book is Fascism, What It Is and How to Stop It. And he talked about this being used as a way to create a sort of cross-racial coalition against democracy. It's pretty hard to be advocating for, white supremacy in this country, partly because it's really fallen out of favor, and partly because we're barely a white majority country anymore, and we probably won't be within the space of a generation. But if you can target a small minority of people and say, these people are degenerate and these people are responsible for the fall of the once great West and that sort of thing, you can build up this coalition of people based around not a racial thing, but a kind of idea of Western values and Christian values, and I'm seeing that a lot already on the far right, among some of the Christian groups, and but also among ones that aren't particularly religious, but see, especially being transgender, but deviating in any way from heterosexuality and traditional ideas of masculinity and femininity, seeing that as a kind of deviance that is weakening the West and like weakening once great nations or countries. So transphobia definitely a big part of modern far right ideology. Whether that's going to play a part in the upcoming political cycle as much as it has overseas, I would hope not. I would hope that we don't see the sort of things we've seen in the UK and some American states. But there's certainly some people on the alt-right who really want to use that as the issue that gets them into a more prominent position, gets their voice out there, particularly like the new co-leader of the New Conservatives, Helen Horton, who's a former teacher who had started a petition against teaching gender ideology in schools, and she's left the profession now to study like law and politics because she's making this her life's work now to oppose quote unquote gender ideology.
Do you know? Look, I tell you why I don't think it'll be a big part of this year's election. It'll be around because some of the minor groups, as you've just identified, will sing it from the rooftops. But one of the reasons it's making such inroads, for example, in America, is because the fish rots from the head. Trump's talking about it, so it goes through the rest of it. I mean, for all the criticisms, and there are many, we have of Mr. Luxon, he's not going there. And if he's not going there, National's not going there. Yeah. You might find David Seymour try and pick up some votes for some veiled bits and pieces here and there about the rights of biological women or whatever it is. But because Luxon's not going there, and if Luxon gets rolled this year, which is Chewy's little crystal ball, the next person won't go there either. That it's always going to play a part, but I don't think it's going to play a massive part like you're seeing in some of those other countries.